Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing and review of the Bilitools 18-piece driver tool accessory set. This is a product that you can currently get on Amazon for about $36. And so what we'll do in this video is we'll take it out of the box, show you what comes in the packaging, we'll walk through the different accessories that are included, and I'll discuss my general first impressions of how it looks and the overall quality of the build. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll leave links in the description below for where you can find it on Amazon. Alright, so this is going to be the Bilitools 18-piece Drive Tool Accessory Set. To be honest, I was in the process of editing this video and I found I made a lot of mistakes in my first time going around. So I already had taken this out of the packaging and I walked through this, but we'll go through this kind of pretty quickly. So as far as the driver accessory set, this is the box it comes in. It's like a sturdy plastic. It's very easily compact, concise as far as storing everything. It has some latches on the edge here that easily snap on and off, so it's something that you can store very easily within this packaging. This is what it looks like when you first look at it. I'll go through each of these tools one by one, but they do have a nice diagram that kind of explains all this pretty succinctly. So what it'll encompass is a 1/2-inch driver with 10-inch extension, a 3/8 inch driver with 10-inch extension, a 1/2 inch with 6-inch extension, a 3/8 inch with 6-inch extension, a 1/4 inch driver with 6-inch extension, and then 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch drivers with 3-inch extensions. So basically you have for 10-inch for the 1/2 inch as well as the 3/8, and then for the other sizes, the 6-inch as well as the 3-inch, you have basically a 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch, and 1/4 inch. And then on top of that, you will have adapters for 3/8 to 1/4, 1/4 to 3/8, 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch or a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch adapters, as well as actual sockets for 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, a 1/2 inch right here, and then there's going to be adaptable joints for each of those sizes as well. So this whole set is basically an extension set, really encompassing 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch, and a 1/4 inch drivers. So if you already have a socket set, this is a great tool or set to purchase if you use these sizes on a regular basis. Real quick, I'll pull these out and so you can look at it. Overall, the construction is, they say it's a CRV steel, so it's a solid steel. It's going to be useful for a majority of applications. I'm not entirely sure whether there's certain things where it'll provide too much force or anything like that. Basically, it's a pretty much standard kind of set as you would anticipate for extensions. The quality does vary from one to another, so if you look, like the paint or the finish on this one's scratched already and kind of has like this scraping, so I'm not entirely sure whether this was used before and returned or not. It's kind of weird, but virtually all of them have some sort of like machining kind of like finish change on each of them, so it's kind of confusing from that standpoint. But all these are going to have basically your standard extension on one end to whatever size on the other. The one complaint I have about this set is if you see here it says Bilitools 10-inch, but it does not actually list the size of the driver. So this is the 3/8 inch one and this is the 1/2 inch, but there's nothing marking here saying that it's 3/8. You just gotta kind of look at it or go based on the packaging. So if you keep it stored in this, it's easy to figure out based on the diagram above, but beyond that there's no way to really distinguish it quickly. So if you take these out of the packaging, it might be a little bit difficult, or if you have sizes that are very similar, it might be difficult from that standpoint. But all of them are virtually identical. So you got 10-inch, 6-inch, and then 3-inch here, and then over here you've got the adapters for 3/8 to 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch, 3/8 inch to 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. So that allows you to use different socket sets, or if you have different adapters, that's your adapter there. And then they do have a few socket ends here with hex wrenches on them. So these are 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, and then 1/2 inch here, which is convenient. So basically you have an entire set there, and then you do have some adapters here that are rotational in direction. The only concern I have with these are the joints don't seem that strong, so I think you'll have to be a little bit careful here with not applying too much force depending on kind of what you're using this for. I'm curious to see whether they would break with routine use, but it's something that I'll have to try out in the future. And then the one complaint I have here is this one in particular has all this oil residue on it. So it's kind of weird that even though this was plastic wrapped and sent to me, if you look up here, there's a lot of residue on the diagram. Like there's a bunch of staining in here, and this was kind of ripped here. And then this one in particular, if you see, has a bunch of oil residue on it and smells like oil. So I'm wondering if somebody actually got this, used it on their car, and then returned it. So just keep that in mind. This is a product that the company sent me for a review, so I don't really care about that aspect of things, but if I was somebody that was purchasing this, I'd be concerned if somebody had previously used this and then returned it. So just keep that in mind as well. But that's everything for this set. I really got this because for my old car, at least my 2007 Saturn Sky, I routinely had to reach into different compartments where an adapter and extension of different sizes would be very useful. So for instance, on that car, you needed about a 6-inch adapter in order to get access the oil filter from the top, and so I had to purchase that separately. But by getting a set like this, you can use it for multiple situations, and the variable adapter like this is very convenient too for certain angles and things like that. So this is the Bilitools 18-piece extension bar adapter set. You can get it on Amazon for $36. Definitely check out the links below if you're interested in potentially purchasing this. And as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel as well. So have a great day.